Hello, HQT Pies. Now, after a full start, we are back with our nightly quiz. Forget the Commonwealth Games, the UK has a brand new wife-carrying champion. Couples from across the world travel to Dorking in Surrey to compete. Wives on back in this crazy obstacle race, a tradition started by the Vikings and still continuing. A grand prize, or the grand prize for the winning couple, was a barrel of ale, and now they have their sights set on the World Championships. Let's get ready to get our butts kicked by Australia again. I'm Sharon Carpenter, your champion quiz carrier, and this is HQ Trivia, the show where giving it a bash could win you some cash. The rules to win are simple. I'm going to ask you a series of questions ranging from easy to hard. You have 10 seconds to tap the answer. If you get it correct, you move on. Answer all 12 right and you win, or you split that dosh. And we just hit 100,000 players on HQ UK. That is a new record for us. Congrats to you, and happy to share this very special moment with you. Wow! Over 100,000, 102,000 right now. Now, today's prize is a hefty £550. That will get you 2 gym memberships to get in shape, the penthouse suite in a Dorking hotel, or might be enough to bribe someone into marriage so you too can compete. But before you get too carried away, you've got to earn it before you burn it. So let's get this quiz on the road with Q1. What is the term for a motorway entrance or exit? Driving slalom, slide channel, slip road. If you don't know the answer to this, maybe you shouldn't be behind the wheel. What do you think? We've seen people treat them like a slalom course, but that's not how it's meant to be done. With much better grip than advertised, it's a slip road. That's what it's called. 98,502 of you aren't slipping here on Q1. Originally a railway term, slip road successfully merged and became part of motorway parlance back in 1958. Q2, who composed the Moonlight Sonata? Yoda, Honey Monster, Beethoven. Not the Sunlight Sonata, the Moonlight Sonata. That's what we're talking about here. A genius in his own right, but the Honey Monster was more of a morning sonata guy. Bill and Ted's piano-pounding pal. It's Beethoven. A true genius right there. 94,843 of you geniuses got that correct. Now, what makes the Moonlight Sonata even more remarkable is that Beethoven was going deaf when he composed it. Still sounds absolutely epic. Now, we see you out there, players. I want to say a very happy birthday to Eloisa Fleur, to silly old Daniel, to Jamie and Lily Haycroft. Happy birthday to all of you. Hello to J-Rabs, Omar El Omar, Philly Bear, Guanzi, and the green team as well. That's Matt, Noel, Tom, Amira, and Yusuf. Good luck to all of you players. Q3, which other series was written by the author of the Hunger Games books, The Maze Runner, Underland Chronicles, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Who's hungry for that £550? If you've created a badass archer babe like Katniss, you won't be writing the diary of some wimpy kid. Beneath New York, it's the Underland Chronicles. And a savage question right there. 70,000 players gone here on Q3. Absolutely incredible right there. 22,704 of you are still sticking with us. Now, Hunger Games was turned into a lucrative movie franchise, so Underland can only stay in the dark for so long. Q4, which of these phenomena is visible from Earth roughly every 75 years? Halley's Comet, total lunar eclipse, Hale-Bopp. If you're lucky, you may see it twice in your lifetime. They've all dominated the sky during the last 30 years, but who's waiting until 2061 for a comeback? The arch nemesis of Curry's PC world is Halley's Comet. That's what we're talking about here on Q4. 17,583 of you shooting across the sky right now. Solar eclipses can happen multiple times a year, while fellow comet Hale-Bopp won't be back till 4,385 AD. Q5. As of 2017, which city was home to the world's tallest building? Dubai, New York, Kuala Lumpur. The building to beat all buildings. 3 cities reaching for the sky, but which is stretching the highest? Home of the vertically obese Burj Khalifa. It's Dubai. Has the tallest building, 14,197 if you are standing tall, at 828 meters tall. It's practically scraping the ozone layer, but even the Burj is going to look small next to the Saudis' new 1-kilometer tower. I won't be going up there, that's for sure. Q6 in Blur's Park Life, who is Phil Daniels rudely awakened by on a Wednesday? Dustmen, postmen, milkmen. I get rude when I'm rudely awakened. I'd be ecstatic if mine came every week. It seems Phil would prefer to stay asleep surrounded by his own filth because it was the dustmen that rudely awakened him. 7,103 of you cleaning up well here. The rude dustmen got the last laugh, though, as the song only made it to number 10 in the UK charts. Q7, which neutral emblem did the Red Cross adopt in 2006? Red heart, red crescent, red crystal. Red is the colour of the season right now, if you noticed. When you're trying to be an international symbol of hope and good intentions, it's tough to wave a cross or crescent in the face of people who take exception, so they also adopted the red crystal. And I can't believe my eyes right now. 6,000 players gone, just 540 players tapped on the right answer there. Absolutely savage, sausage, all of that stuff. My goodness, 540 of you are still with us. Now, sure, it sounds like a scary puppet movie, The Red Crystal, from the 80s, but it's harmless. Q8, which of these TV programs did not feature Ian McKellen, Coronation Street, Little Dorrit, David Copperfield? Ian McKellen, aka Gandalf. Ian's been nominated for Oscars, BAFTAs and Emmys, but he didn't get the nomination to be in this Charles Dickens adaptation. It's Little Dorrit. You're not going to find him there. 468 of you knew that. You nailed that one. Patrick Stewart's bestie has been on TV for decades, most recently in Vicious. Q9, which of these is not a Street Fighter character? Li Long, Vega, or Mika? Remember when Street Fighter was taking over the world? It was a while back. Anyone who's stepped up to the arcade machine or the family PlayStation remembers Ryu, Ken, and the Feisty Fighters, but you'd have to play Soul Calibur to find Li Long, not a Street Fighter character. 226 of you won that fight right there. Debuting in 1987, the franchise even spawned a pretty terrible Van Damme movie with Kylie. Our girl Kylie was in that. Q10. Steve Martin collaborated with which director on 4 occasions? John Landis, Carl Reiner, Robert Zemeckis. We all love Steve Martin, don't we? He's hilarious. Steve Martin starred in The Jerk, but he loved this jerk enough to work with him on 3 further occasions. Comedy royalty, it's Carl Reiner. That's the director. 145 of you in the right direction here. Landis directed Martin once in The Three Amigos, while Zemeckis is more of a Tom Hanks guy than a Steve Martin guy. Q11, we are so close. Which of the following words is not of Indian origin? Jamboree, jungle, juggernauts. I don't remember learning this one in school, but I do know the answer. Do you? There are 970 Indian words in the Oxford English Dictionary, but which of these J's isn't one of them? American slang for a boisterous party is jamboree, not of Indian origin. 81 of you knew that. Don't jamboree just yet, though, because we are moving on to the final round with 81 players, £550 up for grabs right now, and those bragging rights, you can't forget about the bragging rights. Who's going to take home the win? Q12, which of these tennis players never won their native Grand Slam men's singles event? Andy Roddick, Leighton Hewitt, Yannick Noah. Everything riding on this, players. This player beat Pete Sampras in 2001 to win the US Open. He also beat David Nalbandian in 2002, winning Wimbledon. He may have never won his home event, but this Aussie is winning you half a Grand Slam right now. It's Leighton Hewitt for the win. And we have 12 winners, my lovelies. From 100,000 players down to 12 winners. You should feel amazing. Right now, you should be screaming. You should be rolling around on the ground. You should be clapping, crying, dancing, all of that stuff. You are taking home £45 and 83p. Yes, you, Carlos RFC. Yes, you, Aston Martin. Yes, you, Emalu88. Yes, Ala, Layli, you as well, and the rest of you. You should be feeling great. So what are you going to do to celebrate? What are you going to do with that cash? You could hold a jamboree to celebrate 100,000 players. This historic game. You could get yourself a red crystal or give back. So much you can do with the cash. Another thrilling game, maybe the most thrilling we've had. Gold medals and barrels of ale all around. As always, hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at the handle on your screen right now. This one. Let me know how you got on. And of course, request those shout outs for tomorrow. That's it for tonight. But join us again at 3 p.m. tomorrow for another chance to get your mitts on 550 quid. Have a great evening. Until then, bye.